This podcast of the Daily Buzz is brought to you by More Family Pharmacy. It's not just a name, it's what you get. More in Allegan, Hamilton, Plainwell, and South Haven. More Family Pharmacy. Paul Decker and the Monday edition of the Daily Buzz. Hope you had a good weekend. New study looked at the top things we still use cash for. And one stat surprised us. Turns out young people really like cash. Over half of those in the Gen Z generation say it's their favorite way to pay. That's higher than any other age group. Overall, the average person has $52 in their wallet right now, and there's a limit to how much we'll use in a single transaction. If something costs more than $31, we'll almost always use a card. Some of the top things we still use cash for: tips at restaurants and bars, delivery drivers, fast food, candy and snacks, and coffee. I have zero cash in my wallet and haven't had much there in the last year. Just mainly used plastic. Well, part of the 70s are back. Farrah Fawcett hair is trending on TikTok with tips on how to create the iconic look. I think I still have my Farrah Fawcett poster from the 70s somewhere in a box. Oh, that dates me. Here's one more reason to always check the toilet before you sit down. A 5-foot-long albino python escaped from an apartment, slid through the building's pipes, and came up through a neighbor's john while he was sitting on it. Snake even bit the poor guy. Police say he'll be okay, but how embarrassing. We'll turn the page in 60, the Daily Buzz. Paul Decker and the Daily Buzz. My grandkids were with me over the 4th of July holiday, all 9 of them. And they all had these little square plastic things full of dots that they were pushing in and out. New toys called Poppets. Well, if you're the kind of person that can't pass up on a strip of bubble wrap, you might want to check them out. They're made from silicone in a variety of shapes and colors. Poppets feature bubbles that you can press for a satisfying pop. Then you turn it over and pop again. According to Today, the toys are a great tool for those coping with stress anxiety, attention deficit, or hyperactivity issues. Gotta admit, they're kind of fun. You probably heard that spectators have been banned from the upcoming Tokyo Olympics due to a state of emergency declared in the city due to COVID. While no spectators might be fined for some sports like rowing and archery, many athletes thrive on having cheering crowds. It'll be weird to have soccer, basketball, gymnastics, and track and field without fans. A baseball fan in Michigan may have seen Field of Dreams a few too many times and was inspired to go the distance and build a wiffle ball stadium in his backyard. Eddie Zeidel spent $10,000 turning his yard into a neatly manicured baseball field where his buddies could play wiffle ball. It has everything you'd expect in a ballpark, from a pitcher's mound, an outfield fence, to a backstop, even lights for night games. And just off the field, he's built a sports bar where they can enjoy some brews and snacks during and after the game. Seidel says he loves seeing people having fun at the field and actually hopes to start a wiffle ball league with games played right there in his backyard. Knucklehead news out of Missouri, where a guy brought along a little extra firepower to the pond, and let's just say the fish had a better day than he did. Deputies say 33-year-old Derek Shaw was doing a little fishing on a family member's property, figured his .357 Magnum might come in handy. But while he was waiting for a bite, he accidentally misfired the gun and shot himself. Luckily, along with his gun, he also had his phone, was able to call 911. He was airlifted to the hospital and listed in fair condition. It's unclear if any fish were caught. And that's the Daily Buzz. Paul at Midwest Family, SWMI.com. My email, if you'd like to send me things to buzz about. Remember the podcast of the Daily Buzz on this station's website. Yesterday's history, tomorrow a mystery. Today it's a gift. That's why it's called The Present. I'm Paul Decker. We'll buzz again tomorrow. Have a great week.